NERDSoul.
Late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, oh yeah, another wonderful episode. Nerd Soul Gaming. We ain't alone, y'all. Guess what? We got a straight up killer in the room. Open mind, say what's up.
What's happening, NERDSoul family? We back again for another one.
Man, look, we looking so good right now, bruh. All right, so you seen the title, SNK, aka Neo Geo, aka the home of the titles like Metal Slug, Fatal Fury, King of Fighters, Samurai Showdown. Oh,
Yep.
they here.
They here.
And not only are they here, but they're gonna make sure they know that we know. They look, they like, look, I know. Look, SNK said, look, we know Tekken been making videos. All right, we
Right.
know Capcom been making videos, but we want y'all to remember that we got games too. You know what I'm saying? And they actually got. I will admit, they've got quite a few pieces of information in this news drop that are tantalizing, if you will. I'm gonna throw it to Open Mind first because one of his characters that he was talking about early on, what, like last year or whenever, or maybe like year before last, I think when like the first kind of DLC characters came for KOF 15 came out, you were talking about this specific character. And now we got a little video. Well, we actually got two characters announced that are coming next in season 2 for KOF 15, and that is Kim Kapwan and who else? Paula. Both of them coming up in here. You know what I'm saying? Both of them ready to rock. So open mind, if you will. Going in, drop off that mute and hit us with some of that heat, if you will.
Man, I'm excited for one thing and one thing only in this whole bundle package of SNK that they give us, right? Because it's a bundle package.
Yep.
If you really take a step back and look at the whole trailer, they're giving us a whole bundle package all at once.
Yeah, there's mad news in this.
So out of this bundle package, my favorite of all time, like the thing I'm most hyped for, is King of Fighters 13 getting rollback, and an update to the play style. I guess they're gonna overhaul the mechanics and modernize it. They're gonna give us the same game, but polished, right? Which I'm all for. First of all, let me say this. Let me say this publicly. And I'm still going to say it. I don't care what you say to me in the comment section, right? Ahead of time. I'm about to say this. It's controversial, nerd. This is a controversial statement I'm about to make. But I don't care. King of Fighters 13 was and still is the best King of Fighters. The only thing that made it bad was the netcode, right? King of Fighters 13 could not sustain itself online because it was delay-based netcode and it was trash. Their fights online were clunky and choppy, and it's like if your character feels like they're moving in quicksand. It's like you go to practice mode, and it's also a game that's got the hardest trial modes. But I completed some of them joints. Like the characters that I really wanted to play with, I completed their trials. The King of Fighters 13 got the hardest trials, but guess what? The game itself offline when you're not online is smooth as butter. It is just the combo transition into your combos. Like if they're very forgiving with your inputs, like you ain't got to be precise like old King of Fighters. Like it's dope, right? But you couldn't play it online effectively. You couldn't play at your best. And it came out back in 2014. I don't know. It was early teens. But when it was on PlayStation 3.
The game does have some age on it.
Well, it was on PlayStation 3, mind you. That's how old it is. It came out on PlayStation 3. So here's the thing, though. Great game. But the delay-based netcode online, especially when you're playing people in Argentina and Brazil, and it was just ridiculously bad. it made the game unplayable. Literally, when I tell you it was a game, some games you can, like Tekken 7, you learn to accept the delay based netcode on Tekken 7 because it'll correct itself. So you may lose the first round because of lag, but as y'all fight, the game starts to correct itself and it gets smoother. But at the end of the day, you probably lost 2 rounds already in Tekken 7. So it's like, so you're still mad about the fact that you only won that round because it was laggy. Now you got a handicap because this person had a laggy first round, but the next 3 rounds are smooth as butter. But that's Tekken 7 for you. We learned to deal with. King of Fighters 13 was unbearably bad. Just, oh my God, like really, it was bad. And because now that we know what rollback feels like and what rollback can do, imagine if it was rollback. I'm telling you, King of Fighters 13 will still be a popular game today. People go ahead.
Let me ask you this. Since we have rollback coming to not only KOF 13, but also Samurai Showdown, do you think that this can breathe new life into both games?
KOF 13, most definitely, but I want to say this. I took Samurai Showdown back to GameStop a month after I bought it. I didn't make no clips of it. I didn't put out no content. I went to practice mode. I played it. I took a few fights online in casual mode. And for me, this was when Samurai Showdown first came out. I just did this quietly. I didn't make this announcement. I'm only saying this now. For me, Samurai Showdown, this version of it, I wasn't feeling it. It's not my cup of tea as far as a fighting game is concerned. And it doesn't have nothing to do with the weapons because I'm playing DNF Duel. That game, everybody has a weapon on that game. DNF Duel is Samurai Showdown sped up. So it's not like I have an issue with a weapon fighter, but I don't like the way Samurai Showdown plays. I just don't like it. I don't care about it. So I can't. So for me to say, will it breathe life into it? I'm probably not qualified to answer that because I don't even own the game. I didn't even play it past like I said, I kept the game for 30 days, but I only played it for like a couple of days. It just sat there, and let me quit being lazy. You know how you be procrastinating and you finally just do something. Let me go take this game to GameStop.
You're like, let me take this back.
So I finally took it back to GameStop and I traded it in and got a little bit of money off of Guilty Gear Strive when I bought Strive because I bought the disc. I shouldn't have bought the disc, but I bought Strive when it first came out and I didn't want to pay full price for it, so I traded my Samurai Showdown in to get some money off for Strive. And that's what happened. So for me to say, will it breathe life into that game? I don't know. I won't say yes or no because I don't play that game. But I definitely do and will be playing KOF 13. Now, the thing with Capwan, I said this a while back. I said as soon as he comes out, I'll probably play KOF 15. But I still don't want to play KOF 15. and it's nothing to do with Kim.
let me say something. Okay. You said that KOF 13 is still the best KOF game out there.
Period. To me. And I've played 14 and 15, so it's not like now 15 is a game that I've actually played and put some time in. I don't own it, but I was playing it at my brother's house when I spent the weekend with him. So for a whole 3 days straight, I was playing nothing but KOF 15 at his house on his PS5. So I got a chance to really dig into it with the characters, go to practice mode and grind, go online and get some fights under his account. But I got a feel of KOF 15 as far as how they play online, because the online versus matchmaking is the better way to determine the game. Like you really don't know what you got in practice mode. You got to take the game online and go against
you got to fight against somebody.
So I did the stress test that I do on every fighting game that I ever touch. I did my little stress test that I do. I did it with Showdown and I did it with KOF 15. When I say KOF 15 is not a game I want to spend $50 on, I'm waiting on it to hit the PlayStation Plus greatest hits, and I'll put when it becomes free, and I'll download it then. And by the time everybody's already a god and already probably maxed it out, I won't care because it's free, and now I'll play it because it's free. But I don't want to go into my bank account and spend a dime on KOF 15. I already own KOF 13, but the online on it is shut down because right now they're making a new version. You can't really go online on KOF 13 right now. So I already own KOF 13, but you can't play it until they finish doing what they're doing with it. They'll send the update. They might make us pay. They may not. I don't know. But as of right now, you can't really play KOF 13 other than the offline. You can't go online because the server shut down. Which we know why, but that's just the state of it right now. So since I already own it, when they finally release whatever they're gonna do with it and let us play it, that's the KOF I'm gonna be playing.
Well, I'm gonna add on to what you said about it being the best KOF game. I'm gonna say that it's the best looking KOF as well.
You know, I should probably say that.
And I know people ain't going like that, but
it does look better.
I know it's been a while since we've had sprite games. You know what I'm saying? It's been kind of a while.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? We've had Street Fighter. They've gone to more of a kind of like a 3D kind of look, side-scrolling 3D. You've had Tekken's always been 3D, but you've had Tekken running things, Capcom running things. You've even had like Virtual Fighter come out. Then you've had stuff like Dragon Ball Fighter Z, or you've had Strive. So you've had these other games that have kind of made this jump to a more kind of 3D and a 2D space look, and it looks beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not begrudging those games, but there's something, I don't know, nostalgic maybe. When I was looking at, because I haven't looked at KOF 13 in years, and when I saw the game, I was just like, man, I missed this. I was like, I kind of missed this. It's been a while, man. I kind of missed this. It's so nostalgic. I kind of want to play it, and I don't think I've owned it for PC. And do they have a PC version of it? I assume they do, but I'm not sure. But I'm willing to go in and shell out a little cheese to play, just to have that good old feeling of like, okay, these are sprites. And they're saying, it's a full netcode overhaul, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The online functionality is going to be tuned up. So I'd love to play, you know what I'm saying, regardless of whether I'm good at it or not, because I haven't touched KOF. I haven't touched the SNK game in a long time.
I can tell you this: it just
looks so fun, man. And I ain't gonna lie, I miss Eordi. I miss your boy. I miss your boy Andy a little bit. It's so. I might pick this one up. I might.
King of Fighters, period, no matter which one it is. 13, 14, 15, 12, 11, all of them. It's an acquired taste. And anybody who plays KOF know what I mean when I say that. It's not the fighting game that you're used to.
No.
But you can still find your style of playing, right? I'll say that because there's no real style of play in KOF 15. Like it's clunky in a way that is not bad. That's why I like 13. I like 13 better because KOF is already clunky with the jumps. It's the most jankiest jumps. Like it's a stiff. KOF has the most stiffest jumping ever, and that's all KOF, right? It, like when you jump on Street Fighter, you glide a little bit. There's some hang time in the jump. And then especially in Marvel vs. Capcom, you can moon jump. But not that KOF needs to have moon jumping. Like I don't necessarily like, you don't have to have high jumping and crazy jumping, but KOF is the game that the jumping mechanic, just press up, and how does that feel versus Street Fighter and Tekken is also clunky jumping game. Like jumping in Tekken is very clunky. It's very janky and clunky to jump in Tekken. It's stiff. It's like it's not it's like you press the up button your character is jumping, but the way the animation of it, it's like, oh my god, that's so slow. That's what you're that's what you're saying to yourself in the moment. You're saying this to yourself, even if it's split second. You try to jump with your character on Tekken, any 3D fighter, right? It's clunky. So KOF, that's what I'm alluding to. KOF, which is a 2D side-scrolling game, the jumping feels like a 3D fighter, and so does the attacking. It's the most 3D 2D game, right? It's very 2D and cartoony, whether it's the 3D rendered graphics or even the cartoon sprites back in the day. It looks like a cartoon game when you're looking at it, but when you're playing KOF, it feels like the slowest, clunkiest 3D fighting game. But it's not annoying. It's not annoying. It's just an acquired taste. That's why I use that term, acquired taste. That's why KOF has a niche culture, or what you call it, they have a fan base that's just, no matter what era it is, it could be 2030, it could be the year 2030, there's going to be a King of Fighters game, and they're going to make enough money to sustain themselves, and they don't necessarily have to compete with Capcom and Namco and any other big names. They have enough diehard cult fans that just, they're going to be old men with gray hair on their face still playing King of Fighters, because that game is an acquired taste. It's like, some people drink liquor, some people drink beer. You know, I would say KOF is a beer. It's alcohol, but it's not liquor, and it's not wine or champagne. It's beer. King of Fighters is beer. So people who drink alcohol, you consume alcohol. Everybody has their thing. Some people don't drink beer; they only drink liquor. Some people only drink wine. Some people only drink daiquiris, or they go to get the little special drinks with the mimosas. Like, King of Fighters is beer. It's an acquired taste. You gotta like the taste of beer if you're gonna. I don't like the taste of beer. Like, I drink alcohol occasionally with family if it's a get together. And if it's a football game, especially if it's football season, I'm over somebody's house, we're watching a football game, doesn't matter who's playing, there'll be some beers in the cooler, there'll be a can of Budweiser, some Heinekens, and some, different flavor cans or bottles, or Coronas or whatever. I might have one beer, but I'm only going to have one beer because I don't like drinking beer. But they'll chug those things, right? Hey, man, you want a beer? Like, I'll drink one, but I really don't like drinking beer. Now, come on, man, quit being and then I just drink one because they just pressuring me. But I really don't like the taste of beer. So that's the best explanation I can give people coming into the KOF scene, and KOF people who are already there, who already know what I'm talking about. It's an acquired taste that you just have to, you got to like the taste of beer if you're going to play KOF, which means you got to like the jankiness of KOF, no matter if it's 15, 14, 13, no matter what it is. There is some jankiness to it as far as the jumping and the attacking. It's very stiff, but if you get used to it, you'll develop your own play style with KOF.
Yeah, because I remember when KOF first, like the first KOF came out, and I was a pretty hardcore or pretty dedicated like Street Fighter player. And I remember renting it, taking it back on y'all. I remember renting it from like Blockbuster or something, or Movie Time or something like that, and being like, what is going on?
Right.
I remember, and then I remember renting Fatal Fury way back and being like, this game sucks. But then later on being like, nah, it's because you look and see other people play it and they're like really good at it and just seem to be enjoying it. And you're like, why can't I get into it? And it's just very different. And I'd like to give it a whirl. It's only like $20 on Steam. I'd like to give it a whirl now as an adult and see how
$20
I feel.
on Steam?
KOF 13.
I thought, why can't we play it on PlayStation? They're not letting us touch. I can't even go online. Like,
it'll at least let me buy the game. I don't know if it'll let me.
Let me go check again, because are you saying that it's out now? Like, they've already given us the rollback, or they're gonna give? Well,
not that they've given us the rollback, but just that the game is available.
Okay. Well, it could just be that I can't play it. It's not letting me play it out. So but you are on PC. I'm on PlayStation, so that makes sense.
So yeah, the Steam edition, $20. So I'm willing to give that a shot to play and see. You know, of course, they got your boy Mr. Karate on there.
Well, I should tell you this then, since you can, if you're thinking about getting it, let me just give you some pointers because I play offline anyway, just for fun. Like I'm beating up on the computer, I'm not competing, but I'll just go just to freshen myself up a little bit. Just so it's not that the game's coming out with rollback, they're probably going to give us a new version. I have to download, update, and all that. So I'm refamiliarizing myself. So I should tell you this: if you can map your buttons to access the most important, like you got to figure out first of all what moves you're going to use. When you go to practice mode, you got to make sure you're thinking about it's the way they call the attack is called I think it's called a power crush or something like that. It's the high punch and high kick button together. And what it does is it knocks them back and they hit the wall and it's like a stun move, a splat.
Oh, so it's basically like a burst.
No, excuse me. It's not a burst. It's just a move that I guess you can call it like a focus attack. Because it's not what it's called. I just can't remember because I don't have the game in front of me. But this move, everybody can do. This is what I mean about game mechanics.
Yeah.
Everybody on the roster can do this move. And now their animation may look different, but the button input is the same. High punch and high kick together. What it does is if you can connect it, it's just a haymaker type of move. It's like a focus attack. If you hit confirm, it knocks them back into the wall and they fall down slow. And if you can run up and if you can run towards them and before they fall, you can get like a little juggle combo. And you can also jump and do it. So a lot of people will be jumping and they'll be doing that attack instead of just a regular jump and kick. If they jump and do it and hit you with it, it's like automatic knockdown. So blocking it isn't the best thing. It's best to dodge roll it. And you gotta set that button, that dodge roll button, to a button that feels comfortable for you. Set it to a button because you can also press the low punch and low kick button together to dodge roll, to do it together. And then throwing is two buttons together. But set these buttons to a button: throw, dodge roll, and that focus attack I'm talking about. It's not called focus attack, but if you go to command list, you'll know it'll pop out at you the thing I'm talking about. Set that to a button, whatever feels comfortable for you, and set your main buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons to low punch, low kick, or low punch, high punch is the top buttons. Low punch, low kick is the bottom button. Those are your basic punch. There's no medium punch or medium kick.
Yeah, it's just low and high.
Low and high. That's it. It's light and hard is what it is. Not low and high. Light punch, hard punch, light kick, hard kick. That's all you have. And a lot of your EX move requires you to press 2 buttons at the same time, but you can set that to 1 button. You can set your punch buttons to 1 button, double punch, double kick to 1 button. That way, when you want to do an EX move, you can just do that button instead of trying to press them together. Yes. And that's what I want to give you before you start playing, so you can just go in there with that knowledge. Pick the 3 characters you're gonna play with, and start fiddling around with their moveset. But make sure you get those.
Because it's been a minute since I've been, but I'm probably gonna go to my old faithfuls. It's probably gonna be like Mai, Iori, and like.
And I love the customization.
Maybe like Andy or something. Maybe even I don't know, man. I mean.
The customization on there is dope too. You can go in there and yes, you can go in the customization screen once you understand the controls. The controls are wacky, but once you understand the customized control screen, you can literally color their skin and faces to like what you want. Like you can make your own custom colors. There's default colors, yes, but you can go to the color palette and customize and make your own unique color for the character that you use. You do not have to go with their little default settings that they have. You can go in there and customize. Like you can make one arm one color and one arm a different color. Like you can really do that. They let you go into you can see the character, even though it's a cartoon sprite, you can turn that character around front and back and see their front and back and spin them around and really customize their hair, their face, the top part of their body, each individual leg, each individual foot and arm and hand. And you can really it's all colors, so it's not clothes. It's not the clothes that they're wearing. You can't change their clothes, but you can definitely change the colors that they look like. I'm talking about if it's a male skinned character, you can make them their skin melanin if you want to. You can do that, and everybody can be just a black version if you want them to. You know what I'm saying? You can make anybody fake, and it'll let you do that if you want
to. Nice. So, and with that said, we also got some very good news. You know what I'm saying? Because KOF 15 also said, look, man, we're going to give y'all a character for free. Right, you know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to get, not only are we going to give y'all a character for free, but we going to give y'all cross-play. You know what I'm saying?
Word up.
Now, it's open beta this spring for the crossplay. Now, hopefully the crossplay goes well. Crossplay don't always work the best.
I am gonna be on a crossplay for those who wondering. Yes, I am. When they do the open beta, I'm jumping on that joint for that little weekend. I'm gonna be on that joint playing King of Fighters 15 crossplay. Yes, I am.
Oh boy!
Yes, I am. I will.
I guess you. Yes. What you gonna one and done everybody? Is that what?
I'm gonna tell you this though. Man. By the time crossplay comes, they'll have at least the characters that I want to use. They probably won't have Going, but they'll definitely have Capwan and that little girl. I'm not gonna play with that chick, but my team
Paula.
My team is gonna be Maxima, Kim Capwan, and Gato.